Rayman is such an iconic design. What is he? A man? A vegetable? No. A thingamajig. Well, no one knows, but everyone remembers it. So today I want to take you on a journey across all the Rayman games, and we'll be taking a close look at Rayman's design and how his design has evolved throughout the decades. And while we do that, I'm going to rank them, but what I personally think is his best look. Let's start where it all began, with Rayman 1. Rayman's original design is super round and charming. You can see the influence of classic cartoons in him. His big white gloves remind me of old school Mickey Mouse, and his big googly eyes give him so much personality that make him utterly adorable. I really want a plushie version of this Rayman. His childlike wonder and innocence really fit with the game's overall visual aesthetic, not so much the gameplay though. Anyone that has gotten his hands on Rayman 1 knows that this game is a bit of a cute clickbait. It lures you in with its childlike art style and then it gives you hardcore Dark Souls difficulty. This game was way ahead of its time and has nothing to envy on games like Cuphead or Celeste. Hard to believe this little eggplant is pushing 30.
30? Wow, I feel so old.
Yeah, Rayman was created by Michel Ancel in 1995. Damn, he was such a creative genius. I looked up to him so much when I was a child. He was my main inspiration to get into art and oh my. Well, separate the art from the artist, am I right? Anyway, let's dive straight into Rayman 2, The Great Escape. Rayman 2 is not what you'd expect as a sequel to such a colorful first game. At first glance, everything is much more moody, dark, and mature. The childlike innocence of the first gets completely flipped on its head, as here we face these terrifying robo-pirates. Still, the game remains a wacky fantasy platformer, and Rayman still wears a big smile on his face. He's taller and he has more grown-up features that fit this game's tone, but his essence remains intact. This feels like a natural follow-up to the first design, and it works so well because Rayman is like a bright beacon of hope in this game, in contrast to the dark world he has to save.
Hey look, I also made Rayman from Rayman 2. See, I'm an artist.
You didn't draw that, that's AI generated.
Yes, I made it. I wrote the prompt.
Billy, if you reheat frozen food in the microwave, would you consider yourself a chef?
What? You are just jealous of my speed. You are afraid of progress. This is the future.
Ignore him, he was just rambling on about NFTs last week. Where were we? Ah yes, hot take. Or maybe it isn't a hot take, I don't know. But Rayman 3 is my favorite Rayman game. The frenetic gameplay of always switching between power-ups with that sweet balance between combat and platforming is pure gold. This game's Rayman embodies the edgy vibes of the early 2000s. His new hair and hoodie are super iconic and they've pretty much stayed since then. These new features are amazing additions and they feel supernatural. The smug look and his smile gives him a lot of charm and I think it works well with the edgy dark humor of this game. However, what are those? I'm not a fan of these shoes. They are a bit over-designed. That red circle and swirl are very extra. I like the simplicity of Rayman's design. Just adding random details to him doesn't make his look better, just distracting. Still, this Rayman looks very fresh, and it set a new standard for how upcoming Rayman designs were going to look. Let's jump right into our next game, Rayman Origins. What's going on?
Listen up, you weak mortals, I am the Subscribe King! And if you don't smash that subscribe button in the next 5 seconds, then I'm going to start deleting all the Rayman fan games and replace them with AI garbage!
You wouldn't?
Don't worry, 18 of you subscribed since the last video. Each time one of you subscribes, that's one rocket fist to take down this giant.
The next main Rayman game in the franchise wouldn't come until almost a decade later. There were a few hiccups along the way, but we'll skip those for today's video. Then with a gorgeous set of new paint came Rayman Origins. Fun fact, this was my first real Rayman game. My brother and I played so many hours of it, and I always find myself replaying this one every couple of years. The simplicity of the art, the intense colors, the charm and personality of the designs, it all all lured me in. Since this is a 2D game this time around, you can see that they simplified Rayman a lot. They kept some of his modern features like the hoodie and hairstyle, but it's all in its purest, simplest form. No longer does he have those over-designed shoes either. Just pure classic Rayman with a hint of modern. It's the perfect blend.
Now Nasty Boy's going to draw the Rayman from Rayman in the Phantom Show. Huh? Wait, where's the speed paint? Nasty Boy?
Oh, hey Morsuk.
What's wrong?
I don't think I want to keep drawing.
How come? You love to draw.
What's the point if some assholes can press a button and have an instant artwork to show off? AI is getting really good and I'm not sure if I have what it takes to keep going.
You do, you're...
Even Rayman! Rayman is supposed to be a character of pure creativity and even his author is tampering with this shit. How can I compete while staying true to myself and my passion? What are these?
These are all from talented artists who made Rayman what he is. They made something beautiful in the face of adversity.
Adversity?
Yeah, they worked for Ubisoft, a company that's notorious for their NFT shit and wanting to replace all NPC dialogue with AI slop. These people worked at video game hell and still managed to create something beautiful. No matter how shitty things get, beautiful art will always shine through. And I know yours can too.
Hey guys, where were we? Rayman in the Phantom Show. After a decade of silence, Rayman was resurrected in glorious 3D with a beautiful new design. Thanks to David Soliani and his amazing artists, Rayman is back and shinier than ever. His look feels like a combination of the best features of all the Raymans before him, like an upgrade from the Rayman 3 model, but with fluffy hair and pouches. That's a great addition. You can even see the sew marks in his gloves. This is the most detailed Rayman has ever been, and it's just glorious. This is truly a glorious evolution. And those are all the Raymans. We're done.
We're not done. There is another.
Another? No, I don't want to do that one.
It says in the title, I drew every Rayman ever.
No. Okay, so don't get me wrong. Captain Laserhawk is a cool crossover show. It has beautiful animation, a cool cyberpunk setting, and phenomenal world building. And they even give Rayman a sort of character arc, from being Eden's golden boy to a washed up, depressed spirit of revenge. But this guy doesn't feel like Rayman, and I know that he's being portrayed as a washed up icon far away from his glory days. That's really meta. But was this really the way to bring him back? Is the shock value really worth giving us something so tonally incoherent to anything Rayman has been in before? On retrospective, this feels more like a weird identity crisis phase than anything proper of the Rayman's legacy. Well, obvious concerns aside, Rayman's character design actually looks pretty cool for this role in the show. As a host of this TV network, the slight change in attire really suits him. The glamorous shoes and shirt still respect his iconic color scheme, and it's really fun to have this limbless thing coexisting along regular humans. It allows Rayman to stand out as the weird alien creature he is, and they surprisingly work it into the show's plot pretty well. I may not be the biggest fan of the decision to pull Rayman in here, but I must admit that the artists and writers did pretty well with what they were given.
Hey, weren't you going to rank them too?
Oh yeah, I did it off screen. This is my ranking. What do you think? What the hell? Why are you guys booing?
Oh no! The Rayman fanbase is mad! Quick, let's fix it! I'm going to put them all in S tier cause, they're all perfect.
That's not how rankings work.
Hey, you forgot to draw the Rayman from Astrobot!
Oh, sure, I guess
You also forgot to draw Dark Rayman, Rayman with pants, Rayman from Les Mondis, You Choose Rayman, Rayman the McDonald's toy, Rayman from Everyone Loves Rayman, Rayman from the board game, Rayman in Smash Bros as a trophy, Rayman from Rayman Golf, Rayman from the SNES prototype, and Rayman from the cancelled Rayman for